I am Roland Johns. I am sim racing.
I'm Wes Fuller, driver of number 35, stand up to Cancer Ford. I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Cameron Peterson. I am sim racing.
What's going on? It's Rob Biotti from Pro2 Racing, driver number 44 Toyota Camry, and I am sim racing.
Hello, I am Christopher Hamilton, and I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Eric Andrews. I am sim racing.
We are sim racing.
Well, folks, we are back at it again. Welcome to the DXR Racing League. This is race number 2 at Sonoma Rallycross. Right now, we're tagged on to Zap Drapkin. Let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit and get going. Today has been a very, very packed day for me, so I'm excited to see some good racing. We have quite a field built up for you guys. So, welcome. Race number 2. We got about 2 minutes to go before practice ends, so we're going to see some heat races break out. But some changes we made to this race format. We added a couple rules. Hopefully these guys can handle it and deal with the rules. But for the hill climb, we do know that there's a section on the hill climb that's a little bit faster. So we added in a no off track for that hill climb. So if these guys are going up that dirt, their rear tire cannot touch the outside of the racetrack. If it crosses over that rumble strip, that is going to be a point deduction for these guys. So they need to keep it on the track, keep this truck as lined up as possible, because they're going to be dinging points off their score. And these points are awarded in if you're first and second, there's only a 2-point difference, so that could mean dropping behind quite a bit. So these guys have quite a bit to deal with and maintain out there, but looks like we're gonna have a good field tonight. Looks like 12 drivers, which is gonna be fun. We're taking the 8 from qualifying, and then these guys, the last guys, looks like last 4 are gonna go ahead and race it out in the heats. So we'll have probably 1 heat race for you. Everyone from the heat will make it into the feature just for fun, and then from there we'll be going into the main race, which is going to be 16 laps. We're going to have a comp caution, or an admin caution technically, is going to come out at the end of lap 7. They're going to pace around for 1 lap, get everyone squared away, and then after that we're going to do our restart after the jump. But to kind of mix it up, the last guy in the line has to call the green flag. So instead of the guy in the front getting the jump, it's completely up to the people in the rear to call it. That way the front guy shouldn't have a jump. We'll see how it pans out. This is just a little bit of change because we had someone get kind of a good launch off the last one. So with the rear guy calling it, this might help a lot of the other guys, really prevent them from misjudging the start, because sometimes the guy in the front, he'll just gun it, and then, or people think he's trying to gun it and they're trying to anticipate it. Well, now they don't have to anticipate the front driver, so it's going to be interesting. So up front, we have Darren Hardesty running in his Ultra Motorsports Racing, or Lethal Racing team, pink and white, running that number 99. We have Braden Cheramonte out here, also catch up to him, running the number 73. They have a 2-lap qualify with 5 minutes to go, so we'll see how they do. Braden Cheramonte running that AM Ortega paint scheme. Trenton Briley also is out here running his critical hit Bachelors and sorry about that. Critical hit Bachelors, and also his new line on the side. Catch that in the front. Yeah, New Line Products, Shreddy, a couple other sponsors on there. Like I said, it's been a rough day for me, so playing a little catch up right now. But definitely a welcome addition to the race. Roland Johns out here running in his Mongo Racing number 2. Zachary Drapkin, which we saw in the beginning, or Zach Drapkin, and number 56, Redline Oil. And then Luke Knupp also racing for the Lethal Racing team, number 77. Cameron Peterson, welcome addition to the race. General Tires on the front. Jim Beaver Esports also there. Nice clean jump over. All right. And a surprise guest out on the track, Dave Arnold, running the number 51. Our announcer from the the iRacing Short Course Series has decided to come race with us tonight. So let's see how he does. A little bit of a wall slam there. No problem. He'll figure it out. Holden Highrider in the number 512 out on the track. All right, let's look at the qualifying times. Cameron Peterson throwing down a 49.155. Oh my gosh. Speed is the name of the game. Luke Knupp with a, looks like a 49.809. He's going to go ahead and take second. Holden Highrider in a 50.437. Darren Hardesty in a 50.642. Braden Charamonte in a 50.855. Josh Edmondson in a 50.968. Roland Johns in a 51.371. And then we have Zachary Drapkin in a 52.038. Dave Arnold, he's still throwing down a time, and looks like Mason Prater, Mikey Lawrence, and Trenton Briley are still holding back on that. Sorry about that, adjusting audio right now. All right, 1 minute to go. I'd like to thank our broadcast sponsors. That's going to be Critical at Bass Lures and also Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. Without them, I would not have as much stuff to do. No, they help me out a lot. Definitely frees up some of the financial needs of setting up these broadcasts and get everything going. So definitely appreciate it. Allows me to afford some better equipment. But 30 seconds to go. I hope everyone's ready for some fun racing, because I am. And these Pro2s on Sonoma is actually one of my favorite tracks. I think Sonoma Rallycross mixed with the Pro Trucks is a lot of fun driving. These guys actually have to drift around some of those corners. They have to hit that e-brake and slap it around. And it's very manageable with these Pro2s and fast. So it's going to be pretty cool. All right, it looks like we're green, green, green. Dave with a false start there. Mason Prater out in front. Trenton Briley right behind him. Trenton Briley being chased down by Mason Prater, running the number 50. And now for the uphill climb. This is going to be the hardest part of the track for a lot of these drivers. Trent Briley doing a good job keeping it up front. Now, this part is probably my favorite. You're going to pop that e-brake, pitch it sideways, watch your front end. Nice clean entrance right there. And then once again, pop the e-brake. Oh! Clipping that rail. Trenton with a habit of driving really close to those rails, but definitely allows him to get through there. He's going to go ahead and opt for the Joker lap. There we go. Mason catching up to that. It's a smart move. If someone's going to take that Joker, to follow in behind them. Once again, a good entrance for that uphill climb. Ooh, back tire clipping out for Trenton Briley there. Got to be careful on that entrance. Now through the little chicane. Looks like Trent's going to go ahead and take the Joker one more time. Mason Prater taking the outside. That Joker's going to give him a little bit of advantage, but now Mason can take it and rebuttal him. Oh, looks like we're on the final lap. Trenton Barley holding the lead up that hill. This hill's always tough because you got to pretty much low and slow it. Just got to keep bogging yourself up the hill. Don't let it get to you. Now Mason can take that Joker, and if I was him, I would queue up. And yet, there we go, side by side. Who is going to make it? Mason Prater's in the lead. Mason takes it away from Trenton Briley. What a great move. Oh, man. Trenton thinking he could get ahead of that, but wow, that was a close one for both those guys. What an awesome race. All right, let's get into the feature. These guys have a 5-minute warm-up, so I'm going to bounce out, talk with the admins, make sure everything's straight away for the feature race, and we'll get going from there. All right, folks, I'm back, and warm-up is almost over. That was a fun heat race. Hats off to Mason Prater. Great call there, holding that ace in the hole. You have to be careful. You can't just unless you're confident. Like I think Trent was pretty confident that the lead he could have gained with that Joker. Unless you're confident you can defend that Joker from overtaking you, it's super tough. And another way of doing that, honestly, is to is you this is weird, but you kind of have to let the guy catch up to you, and you take the inside of him and you block him from taking the Joker, and then into the jump, you kind of pretty much push him to the outside of the jump. You're not technically pushing them, but your car's there and acts as a barrier, so they have to take the outside bend, and then you go side by side. Usually you make it pass faster than them into the finish. So a little bit of strategy there, but definitely it's tough. All right, looks like these guys racing out next to each other. We're going to see Cameron Peterson, Josh Edmondson, and Luke Knupp and Roland Johnson are top 4. They're running some pretty fast laps. Let's see how they do in the feature. Dave Arnold having his first time out in Sonoma Rallycross. It's a tough track, but he's looks like he's finding his legs there. He's running every lap. He's getting faster and faster, so he's got a couple more seconds, but definitely good to see him speeding up there. All right, folks, here we go. Warm-up is over. Time to see some racing. All right, gridding up. And we actually had an invert. Surprise, surprise. Darren Hardesty taking first. Holton Heidelberg is going to be in second. Luke Knupp in third. Cameron Peterson in fourth. Braden Cheramonte in fifth. Josh Edmondson in sixth. Roland Johnson in seventh. Zachary Drapkin in eighth. Mason Prater in ninth. Trent Briley bringing up 10th. Dave Arnold and Mikey Lawrence in 11th and 12th. Well, folks, here we go. Uh-oh. False start from Zach. And we're green on the launch. Looking up, taking the outside. Looks like a Holden Height Rider. Oh, a little bit of bouncing there. Turn 1 is the roughest. But everyone having a pretty clean entry and exit there. A little bit of pushing. Now we're going to go ahead and enter into the jump. Clean run by everyone there. And for the uphill climb, this is going to be the test for a lot of these guys. If they have to be careful, they're going to lose a lot of points. Cameron Pearson running down Darren Hardesty. Everyone lining up, someone clipping one of my cones. I took a lot of time to set that cone up. A little bit of battle there going between Josh Edmondson and Mason Prater. Looks like Josh out on the outside. Can he rebuttal? Down into the straight, Darren still leading the pack. Cameron right behind him. Luke Knupp. Side by side. And up the hill. Oh, Luke Knupp getting around, looks like Cameron Peterson, and shooting up into Darren Hardesty there, giving a little bit of a bump. Wonder what happened there. Sorry, I missed that. My Hot Wings came in. This is a tough track to pass right now. Oh, going on 2 wheels. Oh, Cameron throwing the first Joker out there. Looks like he's going to go ahead and pull that card and get ahead of these guys. We'll have to see if that was a smart call or not, because burning your Jokers early can adversely affect you. Will it? I don't know. Maybe he just needs to be ahead and he's fast enough to keep that gap. But that restart is really gonna show what's gonna happen on the track. There we go. Holden Highrider still staying strong with these guys up in the front. Top 4 still going at it. Looks like we have a car or a truck with engine damage. Looks like Dave Arnold hit the wall one too many times. We're going to have to hit lap traffic and see what happens. Cameron Peterson able to get around him. Josh Edmondson has been working his way up the field. We're looking at him going up, trying to run down Holden Highrider right now before that comp caution comes out. He's got 2 laps to go, and he's halfway through this one. And back to the battle for second and third. Darren Hardesty, Luke Knupp pacing themselves as they go. Holden Highrider still has Josh Edmondson still chasing him down. Not able to make any distance. It's tough because this is a slow. You got to bog your way up that hill. Oh, Highrider comes off the course. Josh with a cleaner entrance to that turn. Can he get around him? Up the hill we go again. Darren Hardesty, Luke Knupp. Oh, Luke Knupp outshoots a little bit. Darren able to get on the inside and get around him. Oh, a little bit too much speed. It's going to put him out to the outside of the dirt. Can he keep the gap, though? And up in front right now, Cameron Peterson getting across. And that is going to be our admin caution for tonight. These guys are going to have to pace a lap and restack. What a run by a lot of those drivers out there. That was intense. All right, so like I said before, this is going to be an interesting one. The last guy's going to have to call it. If he doesn't have a mic, then the next guy's going to. All right, and we're back green again. Mason Prater calling that restart. Oh, and that is going to be a tough uphill battle. It was a little bit of a late start for these guys. And the battle is getting rough. Looks like Braden Charamonte getting pushed out, but he is stuck between Prater and Roland Johns as they come to the top of the hill. And Luke Knupp and a couple other drivers go ahead and taking their Joker. Cameron Peterson staying out ahead. This is going to scramble things up now. Luke Knupp out in front, Cameron Peterson right behind him, Josh Edmondson and Holden Heidereiter still going at it. These two have been battling the whole race. Down the hill, Cameron Peterson, what is he going to do? Nope, he's going to go ahead and stay behind Luke Knupp. Josh Edmondson is going to go ahead and take another Joker. That is going to be his second for the night, I believe. Zap Drapkin going for a Joker, but overshooting and almost clipping the beam. And up the hill we go, going ahead and lock onto Cameron Peterson. Let's get a inside view of him driving right now, or an overhead view, as he's trying to chase down Luke Knupp. Luke leading the pack. And up the hill they go. Cameron Peterson on his tail, reeling him in inch by inch. Josh Edmondson right behind him, followed up by Holden Heidereiter. Darren Hardesty and Roland Johns also battling up the hill. Down the street, Cameron Peterson taking a Joker, and also Holden Heidereiter. That's going to get him out ahead of Luke Knupp. Holden and Josh Edmondson are now neck and neck. We're entering into turn 2. Josh, being pushed to the outside, but Holden did clip the track a little bit. Up in front, Luke Knupp still trying to run down Cameron Peterson. These guys were going at it. Cameron throwing out his last Joker, trying to close the gap. And what is going to happen? Luke rebuttals with another Joker. He's going to go ahead and use it. Cameron Peterson still has the lead. Let's go ahead and check in another battle that's been breaking out between two drivers. Oh, a little bit of pushing there. Luke trying to get his nose around, checking in on Holden Heitrider and Josh Edmondson. Those guys have been battling it out too this whole race. Everyone but a couple drivers still have their jokers left. Now's the time to use it, really, if you got it. Up the hill we go. Luke Canup, Cameron Peterson. Cam coming out with a lot of speed on that one. Holden off the track. Josh Edmondson trying to keep up, or trying to get around him. Oh, and a little bit of a push. Josh still driving the outside line, and he gets ahead of him into the chicane. All right, final lap. Cameron Peterson leading the pack. Luke Canup trying to chase him down. Over the hill we go. And through the woods. Staying with the leader right now. He drops into the corner. Clears through the chicane. This is his race. And across the finish, Cameron Peterson taking first place, followed up by Luke Canup in second. Third, going to Josh Edmondson. What a battle between both him and Holden Heitrider. That was amazing. All right, folks, let's get these guys into the booth and talk to them about the track, what they liked about it. We did make some changes to the race, so it was a little bit tougher on these guys out in the track. So it's going to be we'll have to get some feedback from the drivers and see what they liked, what they didn't like, and what we're going to do next race. Nice photo finish for everyone out there. All right, let's get these guys in the booth and drop the results. Once again, for tonight's race, Cameron Peterson taking first place, Luke Canup taking second, Josh Edmondson taking third, Holden Heitrider taking fourth, fifth going to Roland John, sixth to Trenton Briley, seventh to Zap Drapkin, eighth to Brandon Cheramonte, ninth to Braden Cheramonte, ninth going to Darren Hardesty, and 10th to Mason Prater. All right, go ahead and pull in our third place. That's going to be Josh Edmondson. Josh Edmondson, welcome to the booth. A third place run. You and Holden Heitrider were going toe-to-toe for most of that race. Trading blows with both your jokers and the trucks. It was pretty awesome.
That was an awesome battle. That was a lot of fun to go back and forth like that and race clean but aggressive. That was a lot of fun. I felt like Holden had you for that 1 second, and then he just blew that corner coming up the hill on that last kind of long chicane right before you make that right-hander. Yeah, for sure. We were really close. It was a battle of who makes the least mistakes or leaves the door open. His joker lap getting me back was perfect. He had that inside in that uphill dirt corner, that was a great move. And then I got gifted back a little bit with that mistake up the hill and was able to get the run around the outside. That was an awesome race though, to be able to keep it clean like that and battle it out. That was cool.
Yeah, and another thing that's kind of fun to note is that hill climb is actually, it's a slow you pretty much got to slow crawl it up the hill. You can't mash that pedal, so a lot of those guys want to come in there with some speed, and then you're hitting those brakes as fast as possible because you're like, oh, this is too much and it won't turn.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, the first lap I kind of pushed a little too far. I think I got into Braden or somebody a little bit, but Yeah, it's super slick in the beginning. It definitely gets better when the dirt gets worn off. There's some concrete, actually, some pavement that shows up. So
Yeah.
it's better. But yeah, that's the most challenging part of the track for me, for sure.
No, I think it's for everyone. It's a tough one. But, dude, what a great run. Do you have any sponsors you want to shout out?
No sponsors, just, shout out to you guys for putting this on. This is definitely a fun series, and I'm glad we can be doing it.
Well, thanks for coming out and racing with us. I definitely appreciate a lot of the support from the drivers. And I know we threw into some wrenches. We're just, it's season 1. We're testing some stuff out. So like I said to everyone, just ride with us. It's going to be fun. We're trying to work out the kinks. But I want to find a good format that's going to be fast-paced and fun for these rallycross courses and road courses. Because I know these trucks are a blast, especially on them, but finding the right rhythm is a little tough. So we're definitely trying to work it out for you guys.
No, you're onto something here. I like it. I think it's cool. So yeah.
Awesome. Well,
all right, man.
I'll see you next week, dude. Great
Sounds
job.
good. Yep. Thanks again.
You got it.
All right. Bye.
All right. Next person up in the line is going to be Luke Knupp in the number 77. And in the booth, we have our second place finisher, Luke Knupp in the 77. Dude, podium 2 nights in a row. How does that feel?
Oh, really good. I'm definitely not the best in these Pro 2 trucks, but I've been putting in the work lately as well as that Pro 4, and definitely thought I had a chance at winning this race, but just lost it a couple laps short.
Yeah, no, it was kind of fun to watch. Like I told Josh and Holden were going toe-to-toe with their Joker laps, and then same thing. Cam blew his a little early before the caution just to get ahead of you guys because he did get hit by that invert. But, dude, you guys going back and forth, some really good racing. You led for quite a bit of laps. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, definitely really fun. Glad to see that invert. That definitely shook a couple things up that give Cameron a little bit farther back, and he definitely helped me using his Joker before the caution, and I was saving mine for after the yellow.
Yeah.
But for sure, really fun race. This track is really fun with these trucks. Super technical.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for putting that on. It was fun.
No problem. Now, so we did do something a little bit different, which might have some adverse effects on some of the drivers, but we threw in a penalizing if you got your rear tire out that uphill climb. I know I was speaking with Darren halfway through the race, and he was like, dude, I forgot how hard it is to keep your tires on the line. I'm like, yeah, it's tough. So
yeah,
it's going to be a little bit of a wrench, but how'd you feel kind of like having to be very careful going up that uphill?
Definitely different. It was weird. Me and Cameron were actually just talking about that. We were saying how technical it is since it's so fast to
shoot out,
to have a little bit off. But as long as we have our front tire off or a little bit on that asphalt, it's definitely quick, and that's what we were doing in the race. So
yeah. Well, that was pretty awesome, man. Great job out tonight. Any sponsors you want to shout out?
For sure, Ultra Wheels, Justice Bros, and Lethal Esports for all their help. Holden and Darren, solid finishes tonight. Sorry, Darren, for giving you a nice bumper after the restart. But other than that, good race. Cameron, Josh, Holden, fun battles.
Yeah, I definitely really like what's happening out here, and I hope as the season grows, we're going to see some really good racing develop throughout the season. So it should be pretty fun.
And everyone who's watching, make sure to come in next Wednesday for the championship night.
That's correct. That's going to be amazing. For everyone out there that doesn't know, iRacing Short Course Championship night is next Wednesday. And last night we had a total of 32 drivers, but it is it's a hat toss between Luke Knupp and his teammate Ethan Ebert. So this is going to be pretty interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, for sure.
So good luck, man, and I'll see you next week.
Yep, for sure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our finisher for tonight, Cameron Peterson. Let's get him up into the booth. Cameron, you're live. Your first place. Again, back-to-back. What a run.
Hey, how's it going?
Dude, it's going good.
Fun race. That was really fun.
Yeah, I'm realizing I need to make them a little more racing in there. I know we have the warm-up space and some of that. I think I'm going to add some more just heats for you guys. But definitely some fun racing.
Yeah, I hear you. But having just that one race really keeps us on our toes. So
yeah,
it's still entertaining for us drivers. It's, to turn more laps would be pretty cool. But yeah, but the laps we got to do was really fun. That was awesome.
Yeah, I was talking to Luke about it, and he said he was talking to you about how maybe adding in that section of being penalized going up that uphill, it made that course a little more technical now that you have to really manage your speed going up that climb. Because I know I know that climb can really get out of control, but you can still be fast, and having to stay within the boundaries of the course there, at least for your rear tires, it makes it really tough.
Oh, for sure. And you have to really gauge your speed going into that corner with that rule, because you can really throw it in there and stick to the grass where your tires just seem to be glued on a fresh track. But if you go wide, I mean, you're going wide.
Exactly.
So you really carry your momentum on a fresh track. But once, like, the last half of that race, man, that corner really just started to stick real hard, and it's just whoever was the fastest was the guy that was just gutsy enough to throw it in. But at the same time, you don't want to get that rear tire in the grass, because we're going to lose those precious points. So
yeah,
it is difficult for sure. It's not easy.
And especially because the point or handing out points at the end of these races, we keep them pretty close to these. There's only a 2-point difference between first, second, third, and all the way down. So you miss that by two times, you hit that track, and boom, you're now down by second place or whatever position you are. You pretty much you're tying up with the guy below you. So you have to really be
so quick.
Yeah, you have to, and it should help. At least the reason I did that, and I want to do a little more like that in some of the courses, just to see what you drivers can do, and it also maybe tightens up a little bit of the driving where these guys can't go full bore. You have to really be careful on what you're doing, because if you're at least maybe thinking about it throughout the track, it makes you more conscious instead of just mashing the pedal and going for it.
Yeah, I agree entirely. Really makes you pay attention.
Exactly. All right, man. What a run. Once again, can appreciate both you and Josh. I know you guys have helped out quite a bit. You guys put on practices, but I know you guys have some I know you have some sponsors you want to shout out.
Oh, absolutely. All the guys on the Jim Beaver team let me rep their General Tire truck and the Pro2s and Pro4s, and pretty stoked to be doing that for them. Want to thank General Tire, Polaris Razor, Vision Wheel, Rigid Industries, Dirtfish, GSP, XTV Axles, Gibson Performance Exhaust, Acronis, and Sant Racing Fabrication. Pass off to those guys.
Definitely. Well, man, what a run. Can't wait to see you race next week. It's let's see what's on the schedule for next week. Even I forget. It's been a busy week. I have 6 broadcasts. Oh, looks like we are... Oh, this is going to be a good one. Summit Point Raceway, short course.
Ooh,
yeah,
I like that.
That's going to be low gears and fast driving. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's going to be a good race. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, sorry, high gears, fast driving.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, definitely some good driving, man. Well, great job out there, and I can't wait to see what you do next week, man.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You got it. Have a good night.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for tonight's DXR race. It was short, it was fast, it was fun, and I hope you guys come back and check it out. Until then, I will see you guys later.